I once did landscaping for Marshawn Lynch's elementary school.
Right.
While Marshawn was painting.
In like Oakland?
Yeah.
When were you doing?
When was that?
It was like 5 or 6 years ago now. But
why were you painting?
When I did that now,
I never heard this story before.
This is a story. Well, I mean, full disclosure, I didn't bring up this segment. You did.
All right, you met Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, I know, but I
want to hear just about like you doing stuff at a school that he was near once.
So Marshawn Lynch, it was Marshawn Lynch's elementary school. There was a bunch of people there, but it was like a whole like event where it was like a day of service basically for like some like thing, right?
Why were you there in the first place? You're from New Jersey. You're not.
So I did the national debt. I did that national debt a national debt awareness campaign, and because we placed like second in the nation, we got.
Yeah, that thing consumes so much of your life.
Yeah, we flew out to San Francisco to.
What did first place get?
First place got $10,000.
You just got like handed a bunch of cash.
$10,000 and got to like speak at the event, and we got.
And you had to go like do community.
We're talking about the national debt, and the winner won $10,000.
Yeah, and then the second through fifth place got like $2,000, or maybe it was $500. I don't really know how much it was.
Your parents ended up stealing the money from you.
Anyway. No. Why are these prize money? Shouldn't this be something just like a cause that like?
Yeah, how does giving you money?
You're just fighting for like.
It incentivizes the teams to like raise engagement or like increase engagement on their campuses.
So were you just like tweeting like national debt?
You guys are so like out of touch of like that part of my life.
Like, no, bro, that's exactly what you were doing. Sam is 100% right. You were tweeting every 20 minutes. The national debt is a problem. The national debt is a problem. The national debt is a problem. You know what I was doing? Every 20 minutes, I was like, John, it's never going to go away.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep going up. And you were like, no, bro, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
Yeah, I followed this saga.
What happened?
Yeah. But anyway, so Marshawn Lynch is filling in the paint. He's painting the paint of a basketball court.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's filling the paint, the painted area.
The painted area. And so he's doing that, and there's a bunch of cameras around him, and he gets like really upset there's cameras around him, which is like typical Marshawn, you know.
Yeah, because he's just all about that.
Yeah, he's doing that just because he's Marshawn and not because he wants people to know. So
right, he's just painting the thing.
Which honestly, it's kind of cool to see because that's not really an act. Like he's just that kind of guy.
Like he's like I'm trying to hit that corner. Can you like move, please? Like he was like they were like trying to take pictures like to like spread awareness about the campaign stuff. So anyway,
spread awareness or just like to take pictures of probably a celebrity.
Well, no. Like they're like the producers of the thing. So it's not like Sarah is over there like Marshawn, look, Mr. Lynch. But so I was in charge of the groundskeeping where I'm supposed to plant like I was supposed to plant a tree in the backyard. But you have to dig like an 8-foot hole in order to do this. And like not very many people that go to those events are let's call them skilled laborers. So like I was probably one of the people that had done the most like yard work in their lives that went to that event. You know, like most people were not like
your typical national debt fanatic is
not someone that knows their way around.
That's also like a landscaper.
Yeah. So like
knows their way around a mower. All right.
Yeah. So it was like me and like a dad.
John knows his way around a hoe.
Yeah. Okay. Clipped.
All right, tell us how you met Marshawn Lynch.
I didn't meet Marshawn Lynch. I met Bill Clinton. It was Bill's event, but Bill was walking around in the back area.
Wait, this is a Bill Clinton Marshawn Lynch like joint venture.
Joint venture, yes.
Okay.
So
whose event was it? Marshawn's or Bill Clinton's? You just told us it was Marshawn Lynch's.
It was sponsored
who
by.
Else was there?
It was sponsored by the Clinton Global Initiative, the one that like got all in a bunch of trouble. But it was before that, so I didn't know.
Go figure.
Go figure. So
Go figure they got in trouble after they met you.
right. I met him the day before, so I wasn't like trying to like talk to him and like take up his time because he was talking to other people.
You were probably digging a hole. That
I was
like,
digging
that,
a hole.
No, that was like used for like Jeffrey
Okay, all right.
escapades.
I just can't believe you started this story of famous celebrities I met. So I was at this Marshawn Lynch event, and oh my God, I met Bill Clinton. But you told us that 20 minutes later.
Did he like play the sax for everyone?
So Bill is going and shaking hands, walking around, doing all the thing. He's talking. He finally gets a landscape.
Groping interns.
All
you
right.
know, the usual.
I was gonna say something along those
So he
lines.
gets to
I'm
the-
glad I didn't
so much.
the first comment.
So he gets to the point where he's towards the back area where I am, and he's talking to a group of people, and it kind of looks like I'm like don't give a shit that like President Clinton was there, but it was because I saw him yesterday, and like I realized that we are not going to be able to plant these trees by 3 p.m. And what I didn't know is that no one assumed that we were going to be able to plant these trees by 3 p.m. So they were just like doing this for show, and then like, you know, eventually they were gonna like actually have people come in and like fix this. But I'm over here like, fuck, we've got like 4 trees to plant in the next 45 minutes, and I'm just like fucking shoveling and like trying to get it done. And I guess he sees that I'm like still working when everybody else is doing that, and he goes, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? And I said, hey, I shook his hand. I was like, you know, I'm John from Penn State. He's like, oh, I love.
What'd you call him? Bill or Mr. President?
Billy. No, Mr. President. I said.
You said
Penn
Mr.
State.
President?
What the hell else are you gonna say to a previous president?
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
I would probably say, depending on who it was, I would probably be like, yeah, Mr. President, how are you?
Of course. Okay. All right. Let me get to the point of the story. So basically, I tell President Clinton, and he's like, I love Penn State. And I said, did you
He
know
loves those sorority girls at Penn State.
did you know that you are the only person to ever get 2 different flavors of ice cream at once at the Penn State, Berkeley Creamery? He's like, oh, no way. What were the flavors? Did they tell you what flavors they were? And I was like, I just pulled it out of my ass, because if he asks you a question, you're going to have to give an answer, right? You can't just be like, no, didn't. All right, nice meeting you, right? You gotta keep that story going and leave the conversation going as long as possible. And I was like, I think it was peachy paterno and cherry. He's like, I love cherry. And I was like, all right, it was great talking to you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's better, that story or the fact that you met Bill fucking Clinton and you told him about ice cream.
To Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
You're on something for the national debt. You get to meet a former U.S. president. And you say, hey, sir, I heard you like ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you like a fat
You're
fuck
wild.
with
Hey.
heart disease.
All right.
All right, what? Bill Clinton's not going to watch this.
Yes, but you clip certain parts, you put certain stuff out there.
Bill Clinton's going to be like, hey, I did end up watching this. I can't do it the way you do, man. That was something else.
Yeah, that's
That Bill Clinton impression was like.
Yeah, I've told that story a couple of times.
You really.
I can't believe you didn't tell me that story.